Well, yes, I'm a quab, baby. I'm near Costa, lucky about clinic for on us. If it's a bread, don't know. One of them, free Joada copy me fiada. One day a year and pensemu, you may a brain. Text message line 1760. Now they are brain charge a break can add the amount. And what is my main car said, now cheery young because a Gina Watts near the bro into text out call CH Nana Abrefo to 1446. CH Nana Abrefo to 1446. Na BBI Timi Akoso Kama. Lucky Herbal Clinic and the one products Adaroma and a day and pensemu ebro midoma hene kwabna asante asala beja for better say bedi and honorable Kenya Japan and honorable Samson ahi etnasia enisa ma mema community be ensia na yintibi ni nkomo on 0302 211 701 up to 4 0302 211 701 up to 4 probably 7 do no bi o house person otimi wadwe nkyere eba opeso do susuye eba akwanya na abeto ho ede ama minute be ensia nso ntemo na ye ba ne mpanyfo abedi eye enkomo nso hu hia it is 0302 211 701 up to 4 na odi abre na ye timi agibre ene wonso akasa bra wa krado a ofrei 0302 211 701 up to 4 na bibia entimi enkoso kama inu anam so amwo amanone no nhyɛ egusu sɛ enche bia mo so munya ɛyɛ awomafrɛfo baako amo so biri bia da mo kondo ɛprehwehwɛ sɛ mo so betimi de madwe nkyiraba saa akwanya no ɛbɛba betom ɛde amamo ma yɛnkɔ na yɛne vani ɛnkɔ twetwe nkɔ vani apom ti sɛ na okase free
ma hene me da so bebre friend ba na me ka free do ma hinko
all right etio do ma bɔkɔ de
ma hene me adu do ma bɔkɔ
okay
yo anopere ebe che bebre wa kwanya odi amanse nkasa wa kasa fidie so e ma fo hwe Adom TV pa na ma chi ona buku na Japan ani kunu nya kokko adi mo mo bi anchan komo nana eye me ye bebre nim le se bi president Ghana fo e de ye NDC fo se o mu si gadan kwa na mu bu Ghana ha na o mu isi o se ahochire bebre ya Ghana fo ye ma mu mu a o mu tue school fees ya ye binim kran enya school fees ko na mo tua Badwam ha ya ye MC aye tintin say the market is ho a citizen brothers no MC no was see new market ISN court was no or sit da want to market ne so main market central market na ya ma menem guma omo ye adwuma no that market no be se bubu da no aye den esini foforo meanwhile again community center wa na no me da na ya befumo ba ha on be hwe omubu Adena community center no e ko 4 years ni omutumi fiye fole bebre wo omudi omunsa kekam a omunya nwiye e so complete na owie no chinchinchia MCC obebuga no e be sire na mufo anwonto bi na enuanam e ma menum esu omu wa ho chirim na nyansi ni do mama mu hade emfam wa ene papa bia emado mama
yedase yenko tamale na yene Jeff enkodi nkomo Jeff, good morning. Upon saying,
yeah, good morning, my me because a dear potty, a dear she said potty now a baby at all for this national health insurance. Oh, close to 8 months, 9 months. You won't see. I'm on for hospital. It is so much trouble and go mom. No drugs. They don't pay. So if we a landlord now, but you need the need. So who is the cost? It's not the landlord. So the DNC says put a pana, your mama, all for this national insurance.
Okay, yeah, that's it. Jeff, you shut up, California, and so Yanko Juna Kumase na yene anochi and Kasa anochi over Martin and upon saying,
Come on, let me do one as well.
Meteon Kanache, dear Ness,
I'm going to do something over that.
A Bomodiana generator, and a battery. A bit me on my TV national, and no, now calling. I said, maybe you may say, Bomodiana, and a TV be about the battery, shame a battery mark. Would you say, Why, Adom? Asima wo ke mi pejere tara mi san pe fu e ma o na se fa gum.
O to ma me na ya so beto diesel gum ma.
Ai bia bi sa.
Na ye jam si dia sa. Na no ma se ko pa san ma. U dim dia to me. U sa ye jam si dia sa. U bia mi nu na ya mi sa dia de.
O da ba mi ti o.
Ma kura so nya kwa so.
Mi ti o.
Kobra bidase pa anya kwanya dia mame. Sana kwa mindful nso show pa. Kobra na no nra ya nkabia nshim ya tikumasi kurupon mu se NDC for se omo ba ba kire ne ma president aye. Na me real pa. Na refu se mo mu se o mai mu de yisika no kobra ye tugu basa.
Yisika no.
Usifrika mu ani ye yisika. No video no me phone yisisi aye. Usifrika mu ani ye yisika. Sika. Ye chewa hasi kwabra nyasam ketwa. Ya refu sem pa. Se ko mai sika pa o mai ya ne dumso ba magadi kura ba betina ha no mo a wakra fie se ba ba ya adwuma no ba betina wo sa no asore na akofi ne di mo ti manya sika se bra ufri aha ka ne begina ya ne sika ni no anse ye chairman krofo sa I see. Awufo e kwa kutua school fees ya yetimi di shemu se ye nkonko tua generator fee sa ne ma we nyina e koso aban hwe entoto ne ma we nyina na sa ne ma we ko na ne ma nso amodi ba ba chiri ya se mo amfa nwa pampa so mo amfa nso mo tiri so ama ma chiri ye hunu hwe mo se mo ye dobo so kwan kwapna de no so nte sa ye kokko da bia mo se mo si da ukumawu hospital ukumawu
mi ami kom dobo so kwan no wana se mo ye
kwapna se
dobo so ukumawu asem na okay wana se o mai dobo so kwan
no mo ni mo ba ba chiri mi nse ndi bi ma chiri wana.
Okay, all right.
Kabla ude wuni se wuni mde utachi ni.
Se kuma ude.
Enye no.
Kuma ude ho na me fi na o ka dobo so asem na.
Kabla afi kwa do mo so mo kuma wu nsuo bu kuma wu fo so ama kuma wu fo ade no so kunya mi kuro kwa aman e wona nsuo ifiri ba. Nsuo kwa wo fani ko fo sha ase. Nsuo wunya je won.
Okay.
Nsuo wi nsuo e won aduma.
Wunya ntro no. Of am evensia na ebe sa hwem no. Ye kono ene ni abema James and Kasa. James, good morning. Upon saying, okay, Ira James. Ira James, you have a custom cast lucky about clinic for Darama and a Sankita Diri, Yadebro 0302-211-701 up to 4. Mensin Krachia, Owatano South, Bukari Anaba, and a pay Machia, South Sunyane, Kosipon, also Machia, Oba Ebejuna, Asin, Central, Kwabnano Mafo. So and Chasson, go feel so much of question. Nana Bantia Macha Pom to say,
Yamene Mumpai won't me more than papa.
All right, Nana meet you.
O my head, Yenina, Piana ye bo, Eddie Tia on my opinion, she said, all for no, they didn't pie butter in the cheek. Of one whom one they pour my hand and not all fee, Emra from my Send on one Cassandra promises or obey any precope, onion and then a try beam on your mire. Not all for enco from Nagana mine, you put to enco because you will be Munumano or my hen. So light in who I can't tell you any new. Light in who you can't tell you any Tevestrano. I didn't pay to tell you on one more drink, no monco ye, Nagana Koboko, no light of el stop on my hen.
All right, elsewhere, Darcy P. But I mean, say, lucky about clinic for. One other Ramana Sankita, we yede bro. Consumer text message number on 1760 ya nobody in come. Mensa, mame encha no penda was also ajibre say ofre apom ti say.
Yam yadumo madam wasin so sama me akwanya e television so.
All right.
We dey mesra mo ti ya we ti insurance so man so me fian ma ya we years. Sabi ORS cry dey ma mo fra ko bi ya ti esremo. O man ko fo a wo tell no me tell machine so.
Okay, Mensa, how to say national health insurance in Runo, your fancy mumro, now if you want to who say BCA. Okay, Kwame, Marching, a poem to say.
All
right, Kwame, it's you.
Yo, me that's be near my palm, me free to my family. I say, in fact, the my four, young and no maybe a chairman.
Yes,
I'm seeing one banana say, Go will be in fear. Hani nachi eniu omunya wohwe gan aye ewo ega albit mo buo ko nipa ma asemasi doma even MPP bre so munya wade sanka musi want to na mini ani awa waka waka MPP o kan waka sanka so no admamanu eginam se all shall be kutu pasa o monka sansem no
Gano, Omota, Omudiama, Nipabino, Wafa Gano, Odima, Hain, Edisica, Gomoto, Dinikwa.
Debbie, Jinaha. On Tedia, and Tahi, young Cosses on Tedia, Mr. Sikadi was some dear bar. Now, did I be sure they were no for there. Let's go. Tahi, good morning. Upon say, good.
Morning, Boko.
Yet you. Hello.
The first time the Biamet Sayam.
Okay, the Gamias is what you this time.
Ghana, NPPD.
Okay.
Ghana, home. And July, same year, Modia politics, or Modia Roma, Montpellier for time you would see. You would see demonstration last time on Muye. You would see, and before dollars in your Mocha or Ghana has it.
Okay, all right.
It's almost Subane Gutomono. Yang, and this is for young Gutas Subani. Into Munyabatra, my Omo Casanzo Munyabatre.
Okay.
Then I Ghana for.
All right.
The bomb price of Montpellier don't drama in Mama. But I had seen any sooner. Obeyana 2016. In something you have say. Obeyna 1,000. Inshallah, and go to me.
Okay. Yes, yeah, that's CP. Open more than 1,000 out there, 1,000 out there, or there's Ashanti, more than 1,000. Okay. Chiribo Amachi, Kodia Nankasa, Boko de.
Yadon Boko now, sir.
Yamadon Boko Chiribo. Mammy found your friend Yachato. Okay, Yetio Chiribo.
Oma, Oma, and you have Boko de.
Kaka, Koyanim.
I what the Panamica say, I'm missing your mind. Let the demonstration of me patch reserva.
Daddy.
Demonstration is for your patch reserva.
Among demonstration, Omode Aya Aseda, Stronko, and Emma, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Oh, here placards as well. In Yuma Pa, His Excellency Aya T2 was antimantem, a home and to man or more than the airpa, actually, additional organ and T2 as antimantem. Into a home Aseda, no, Aseda, Anamuntu no Mutuye.
We don't mind a group of group potty. Oh, but the power was sorry, MP, but TV Swa, and ye see hospital, and ye so, and ye say, all for blow.
Okay.
All for break, papa, in the matter to acquire, and so you had the doom so do say you come on free. And oh, my name. Why you? As a baby country, I'm with my beach. I'm funny, maybe to Jano. I'm for Bramo. I would say,
okay.
If you want to more.
Okay.
Watch it on a book in a Japan.
All right. LRCP. All right. I quite not saying. Bewako. We should go. Mpɛso aso ti sɛn
nyame adombo ko
me ho pepa bi a ka ho asɛm sa na sa wona gaza
enya no kura
awaka ko kasa na akokaka nsama kasiese
I'm shocked say pepa betima bo
o ma twist story na say
I don't even remember granting interview to
anybody. King kai ma of force to baby ye say that sare zaman king kai de wa ka kire na Deputy Minister of Water Resources, Works and Housing, Samson Ayin, has described the front runner in the upcoming Nigeria election, General Buhari, as a sick old man who will lose the March 20 general election. According to Samson Ayin, who was speaking to students of the Sefiwosu College of Education, and I quote, "If you look at Nigeria, they also have an old man there who, instead of taking care of his grandchildren, is desperate to be president and to unseat the young man. It is the same story we have in Ghana. If you look at Nigeria again, you will see that Nigerians have rejected that old man several times, but he still wants to run, and it is the same in Ghana too. If you look in Nigeria, the old man wants to do everything to win power, and it is the same in Ghana." Okay, so it continues. That's what you're saying. I see.
Yes, I've never granted interview to anybody from statesman or anybody at all. And among friends, you also to encourage when Mr. say, how many times ever since I call National Farmers Day, my course has come order.
Maybe I start having a kind.
No, I call Farmers Day, and I president to Farmers Day. I didn't meet the students.
I've
never been there.
headmaster or Sefi we also college of education.
Also students.
See Ukusha students.
Yes. What is not true? Men call that. Because apart from December last year, I call National Farmers Day. I don't know, no park and so. I could do work on my transit. And when she group be since that time, no men call South College in Mobium. And for you to call to say, Magosia student, you can verify from South School.
On the Texas is Yaba.
Monfresh, training college was said, remember Beshia students. What I tell you for, and I said, so you force association or more. I bet you more. No.
About alcohol.
I know. Go. Since I call her Farmers Day, December, no call him. It's strange. It's strange to me. Make from more state, editor no. Kobra mankwa. Maybe sounds na dey ni. No say or no on say ne papa.
Ne papa.
Into oni ho. Into over find out. I'm surprised. So we bet me. That is the same. Oh, more of you will be frame. Maybe I will be frame. Say that's not again. And I'm saying come here. Now I just say one because I won't say me could training college.
But they quoted you,
which is not true. It's not true. Saying I had to say, but 3 weeks ago, yes, and I'm Buhari. Say it. I want to call outside the Quran. That is common knowledge of any. Into what can once a man, you don't come and put it on me and say, we might see a group of students. And I'm no more Kassan and Messame way. Which I've never done that. Men called training college, say we also training college.
Buhari no kai, one kai, what's Buhari?
And I'm making.
I have been for a million and one, I know why.
Oh, but it's strange. I'll take the matter seriously.
Who person say, own kai, Ebiana refuse who own kai.
Men called,
you also college, men call, I could dim come out, which say, Buhari, Susan, and so on, as I prepare person will be
men call, training college. Now I'm coming, Krumam, you know, say, Namako. The recent way I'm a course, you also, your man, you know, we are in a year. And I'm a call. The call on the student via a quiet. So it's strange to me. Yes. I'm surprised.
These comments come from Samsanahi. Coming from Samsanahi, have received an avalanche of anger from Nigerians and Ghanaians who have commented on the story. One Nigerian, Ojewale Ademi, stated that you miss it. Nigerians are voting for Buhari. Comments such as nobody will vote for him again. He does not deserve the vote. He is clueless. Look at Ghanaians today, and Mahama has caused much pain to Ghanaians, and he needs to be voted for a second time. It's clear he has nothing good for Ghanaians to. Okay, all right. So, hey, don't go to hanging.
The Quran Badadi. Mumfront training college. Now, Missa say, I buy a program do a horse, Mama Baho. No, it's not true.
But so what we are worried.
Maybe I'm worried because you cannot.
A coffin.
Yes. Nigeria for elections. What has it got to do with me? Well, what has it got to do with me?
Buhari is a sick old man.
No.
Those are online.
No. I didn't tell me GD pass a Hanyano Kurano. I will be some mischievous, no, and to serve as a fact is a memo call. Your courage of education. And me call ever since me be MP. I think somewhere 2008 elections in Mono. Now you could hear association of 10-4. And I'm not Mokasa. That's all. Even that time I drop us on the wood in Nabo. My second occasion, I call South School and National Farmers Day. Yes. That's all.
Who did about the uncle?
And then say, Nancy Farmers Day.
Tobacco drabble so time.
8 years in Parliament, I call once. Once.
Yeah, the bonus central Jumana, I need the Huni Matabata, only through the in Trato so a year Jumano, dear now, catching.
where my man who said, some bebre about out no. About 90% na you know.
You want to
just to tarnish people's image. That's all. Because when so can say cry, ebia, me man can say papa na yare a, an can be a grandma make kamadu say okay bibia. A man to go mo can say o yare no. Ebia in a discussion me ko can say papa na yare. But to say mako we also College of Education I could share students and addressing them na me can we know. Masa mama kakra.
The body central.
Say ni pada sani betuma yesa.
Etosi ana.
Atosi yesa etosi. Atosi. Nanka yenim say democratic process is one of the fourth state of you know. But it's like you are reducing everything to gutter here. Very small here nipa antikimu serious. As some can be people may want to verify the authenticity of that story now.
I don't know how to say you be no year after mischief, blackmail, and say a trini penny when you're from. I didn't care.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I was a young guy, na Yankopon, I Adom. Sana Yankopon, I move Yadomia. Ghana, yes, from Ghana for you. It will hold in chamber beer or town. Never na anything. And one pick one business on the straw. That's all. Apart from that, why I haven't gone to your training college. A more organized program beer. In fact, taking for more your training college. A more better suffice or money program beer my uncle Hobida. Not even once.
Okay.
Because my co can buy beer and this is 10 for more. And now a more program, Nankamakobi. And I say, National Union of Such Students, or school, no program. But I've never attended any of their programs.
All right, you have seen in housing ministry or them that. Yeah, we hope about here. And then who assembly believe you are banning here me. And they are money on cycle can be 70, 80, 90%. I bet the 100% in TSC necessary. Ya consider himself for it to be no more.
Yes.
Now, there are do baby 70, 80, 90%. The band that cry near Dikugu. Na Ghana afford to do na Timaru affordable housing.
I'm saying in your Botema 18 months from last year, November June. This year June. You were expected to say Mbibi. And na no Sagreme, Ningo Pram no so. And also next year June. No be first phase.
Affordable, must say targeted for a certain groupings of people. Maybe we actually know chief directors, Omo Dada MPs, ministers, on Akano. A binom at this source, someone said, "Dan, yes, yeah, my." We actually know more we are the further than as I call it as I can tell. So, more pain should dear. She said, "Ben, I'm more sure every Ghanaian who deserve will be as a Ubian Chefa. I was for the house."
Wait, I didn't tell ma no what I heard him say. Ghana for do na Benyabi, particularly Ghana for below the middle class. In so more so group no so no struggle so benya omo dan. Oko America na European countries no ma. The more kase pa mortgage financing. The nipa na university onya adwuma. Sometimes they don't need down payment. Once you can prove that you have adwuma no. But my assess friends financial support. No they koto dan. Na ya man 20 years, 30 years, no tutu yankakanga. And the pressure be no be so. Nti we no, mampani mama make sure say sa affordable housing agency ya no. Ye collaborate with Ghana Home Loans. Am no buy off takers. So you see then we are on beto atua contractor no ka. Contractor no here ni sika ntem tina ya picking kan no. We no ye buy said that bank no beto na ye tua omoka. Na upe bia once multimedia groups betumi identify say you are gainfully employed and salary ni no na ya hwe work to process at the Ghana Home Loans na amount the amount depending on your wakatua no because Yeah, so rent act and say we should not spend more than 30% of our monthly on shelter. And depending on your income, no, your 1 bedroom or your 2 bedroom, 3 bedrooms. Now you spread the amount 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, depending on agreement. Until when we are sana, and yes, Kafon one better. What can say 1 bedroom here, 200 million. Now, but yes, can sana, I'll find that now. I don't know, it's Kafon and Casaba coffee maton because a casa could win. By 200 million amount, 20 years, say, and Kakanga crack a crack yard. I believe say many more Ghanaians bet me at the advantage of it.
So we are guaranteed to say every qualified Ghanaian who have access to the affordable house.
Yes.
Based on when you secured guaranteed.
Very good.
About that
very good. Very good. Yeah, we are also even considering the fact say bet me I collateralize what a friend said was Senate contribution Quran as a way of guaranteeing it. Say account 20 years in active service. We are able to every year. Then we can fall on it. But then also know when you permanent. These are some of the things. I beginning of last quarter of last year, Mama is here. Some financial institutions are more expressing interest in some mortgage financing. You see, Fidelity for a year, Stanbic for a year, HFC a year, Ghana Home Loans a year, UT Bank, a year.
Okay, Prosperous is good.
Prosperous is good. And we are looking at collaborating very well. And on Emma outside, no, Omutimi Enya hotel dine without going through stress. We wait to dine now 30 years to pay.
Okay.
And you know, how would you man ultimate once over baby a veteran?
Okay.
Kaina Abaye. And see, Mama say, yes, concept. No,
right.
Now, yeah, independent.
Works in a house, more maintain a bungalows.
Yes, yes.
How often do you maintain government buildings? Because you don't know who is at the mercy of who was my Japan name and because I think that aspect more like a but we go around certain buildings in around Accra that buying buildings in the door and they're well maintained. Are they more challenge? PWD does well.
PWD does well.
I see.
You maintain.
Okay.
You maintain.
Morning call.
Yeah. Okay. You maintain, but I admit the problems. All
right.
But you're about home.
Okay. That's all. Okay. You're
Thank you.
Unfortunately, High TV wanted and someone about he has taken a swipe at the media. Said misreporting and mischievous reportage, too much, especially as some statesman there but just or say Buhari is a sick old man, says NDC MP. Almost go count was you also college, training college, you also see that on call. You said that swipe at media fair or the worker.
Very, very fair. Very, very fair. So me yedi come on board because they can say and politicians and the bema or minor assay a jabitomo a reportage from media nti a yes seminar or no one now he will feel for me when you see say Mrs. Sana Mubaye Namuba boy there and you answer say kukum so I mean such things are not good.
It's strange.
And you know
I think my question or say my Christian students we are so technically.
That's what it is.
We so go program. I wish I come back for na come clarify. Since
I'm very worried about it.
Yes. I've never attended training program in that college. I've never attended National University student program. I was school.
Maybe will be for frauding or the shareholder. But no, I mean support too. In support because you may be a course and you come.
Why is the media not at the form and I?
The media no much way for NDC, way for MPP. If it's a media, the Ankamoko training, and yes, sir, you should report the facts accurate. Now be a humonya bias. Mokran and could be a room because we have the information to open. Right. So, but they say no. Just say, me media go through and they say a team honorable Nevena. Yeah.
How do we change that at the end? I say unity back a crack.
A unity you yes a back a crack.
the unity every. Now I'm finding any politicians also. We pay the media, and we much more sense in who also. And the any also politicians now you actually treat your media for no sikamo mu ye nyoma emfatana. We also we have to stop.
I see. Okay, so 1760 or text message line if I bring na yenjibre yenkinka enfama. Okay, Japan. What is it again about MPP na Musika Semina? This over all the papers. General Secretary, so papers. I'm so pretty. So General Secretary, Treasurer, and then Chairman. Normal relating to Sikasem checks. Yes, we see me say we see new winners outside. We see Sikawi Akosha. Me moving dinner. It says what's happening?
Media, you know. Me who free senior, say me part of executives in Tino. But my TTB say enterprise treasurer, any general secretary, any. But maybe my question can be answered. And you be a school or send them mainly middle school. Treasurer, na jumani say.
No, she's good.
Usi anti who ya on sign.
You see the need to be a sign.
And the general secretary ni how to say. Omu be ring na be sign, omu sign. Na see ma we sign bi. We say ma we say and what party no. But who come no crazy see say what did you matter? So
they said they okay, they will say.
But just say na me chira way but obi a one take rabasa ko report no different. So what you say? And what wo nia wo mo akasa executives ni ye wo ye mpemfo they should sit down and iron this thing out. Where any issue. Okay. And you be interest na wo say we genuine say oh ye adwuma ma party na ne beba no ye de koye party adwuma why this suspicion say nyese obi pe bibi adia why me I don't care omo way me care who is signing so long as kakra mbonya koye party adwuma I don't have a problem and me nim what is happening as way back and forth argument say me omo nyina o ma agitri but hu here you know they should
o ma agitri
yeah. They should come together.
What is that cause for that GT? You know, again,
suspicion.
Oh yes, sure. I'm going to tell one.
I don't know. Meaning why they are all behaving like that.
And I can show party.
Also, music assembly. So, over NDC for some music loot with there. What they compare there, we are nowhere near them. But at least Kakrabi out the Bayajumano. MPP has a good will to win. I tell him, my friend here said. Or spend it 60, now spend it 6. CDC cry with a goodwill, you win. So long as we 6, no, where it's supposed to go, no, we go.
Okay. All right. What about
yes, yes, more power struggling.
Yeah,
yes, more power struggling.
Yeah,
our office.
Anyway, next time, in the next time, reshuffle minister. Because we are on the program. So we catch it all. Man, guys, you know. I have come man.
Oh, guys, what bad minister? Oh, guys, what bad
minister? You know.
Yes, minister. Yes, who can say Yamin Fang?
Amen.
Good.
Yes, who fears it. None this is how the woman is. Musica reshuffle.
Minister.
Okay, so we are back, and my main counsel working in Japan at my text message around 1760. Martin Amidu, bias AG appear upon must resign. There's a release from Martin Amidu. Now, we can get some portions quickly. Mrs. Brew appear upon had all the opportunity to have done the proper professional thing upon becoming the Attorney General and assuming the prosecution of the case in spite of a past association with Astro Invest and later Brew and Co. She failed woefully in this regard as the evidence before the nation in this matter today demonstrates. Can Ghanaians be faulted in speculating that the relationship between Latha, Brew and Co. as lawyers for President John Dramani Mahama and Astro Invest, represented by Ray Smith, together with the NDC government's interest in protecting itself and the powerful persons with the insurance of being card-bearing NDC supporters involved in this Gangatwa scam is a fundamental reason for the unprofessional manner the criminal and constitutional matter in this scam have been and are still being handled by government. The substance of the displeasure of former President Rawlings with the manner the NDC and the government has handled this matter cannot, in my view, be faulted. I find it impossible not to link Astro Invest, the main accomplice in the 51 million Ghana cedis scam, with the kid gloves with which Ray Smith has been treated and protected by the Attorney General, and the unprofessional manner in which Woyomi alone has been prosecuted in the criminal matter, with the role of later Brew and Co. as lawyers for Astro Invest. So that's just bits of the release. And it goes on to say that I had suggested that Mrs. Betty Moldijusu should be persuaded to be a prosecution witness in lieu of prosecution. The government disregarded, so I was removed from office. But Woyomi did not walk into the Bank of Ghana with AK-47 or bazooka to take over the 51 million cedis from the government of Ghana. There's a lot that is written about my portions and Martin Amidu, bias AG appear upon must resign. And Wasem and Yeka and a pay. Woyomi the second for buy. Your interest was just to make sure accountability by Yejuma Ghana.
One Cassan's when you would me. Yeah. Bible crass say, Mra used to say, what a food do. Omukokudia dance here. Say, Mamma dance here, say. Omiami program so good. Hot FM. I know Jim also now watching me. I know saying this. So I can't say City FM there. And the non person of a boss of cry. He say, well, boss say trade here and the Ghana Fusicano. Baby a shibiano, or then they quack we see a wee, so this can be a beba. It is more fearful. So what you wow, program and a man catcher will say, and not dear, some are me with, obey me Jessica because of benefit. I told you several times, and now, this is kind of a yeah, because my money benefited.
Mamma Casa on come.
Why then one can?
So, Mamma Commercial, Mamma and Cassana, no, some more catch a joy FM for nothing or about to me at an argument as you marital brew upon AG, then some or kind. Now, I feel a situated in the baby.
Where do you mean you're defending?
And I be so, or we have a team ever had their marital.
Decisions are overturned on appeal all the time. There was one judge sitting as a high court judge who gave this judgment, which we disagree with. Now there's opportunity for 3 law lords in the Court of Appeal to look at the case again. And they will decide whether the judgment was right, whether the judge erred, whether we did not prosecute a good case, we did not prove beyond reasonable doubt the elements of the crime. So a fresh panel of 3 law lords will look at the entire case again.
So from what I gather, you're basing your confidence with this appeal that because there are 3 lords who are going to be sitting over the case, it's likely that you would be successful this time. Is that all you're basing your confidence on, or there's something else?
I think the prosecution did a good case. The gentleman and the ladies who prosecuted this case are hard-working attorneys. They worked hard. They reviewed the evidence. They wrote a 50-page address. They assessed all the evidence. And I think they did a good job. Let's let the Court of Appeal also look at it again. Now, one thing people don't know is that the state must not secure a conviction at all costs, but justice must be done. And so if we go to the Court of Appeal, the Court of Appeal still thinks that we did not prove the case beyond reasonable doubt in the High Court, well, that will be the decision of the court. But we are confident in our appeal. We hope we will succeed, but then we will let the Court of Appeal decide.
There's also the issue about the monies that the Supreme Court says should be refunded to the state. How far has the AG gone in doing that?
Well, it's been a whole process, and I mean, I don't want to go through the details, but it started with a writ in the High Court, then matters went to the Supreme Court again, and entry of judgment filed. But currently, we have an application for enforcement of the judgment before the Supreme Court. A physical application which is before the Supreme Court for directions on actually enforcing the Supreme Court decision.
And how soon can Ghanaians expect that those monies will become available?
Well, the Supreme Court works in its own time. We are applying. I know my Solicitor General and the team are working to make sure that the case comes to the Supreme Court, or that application is heard by the Supreme Court as soon as possible. But remember that in that particular case, there are two parties who were ordered to recover money, Waterville and Woyomi, in one case. And so we are not just dealing with Woyomi, we are also dealing with Waterville. And so sometimes the steps are a little, it takes a little longer, especially where, for example, Waterville has initiated arbitration proceedings before the ICC, but that will not stop us from proceeding against Woyomi, for example, to recover the money. What people don't know is that you can't throw people into prison for not paying a debt. If the person doesn't have assets, then you are stuck. But in this case, we will do everything we can to make sure that we uncover some assets and take the necessary steps to use it to defray the sum that the Supreme Court says we should recover. And then, of course, I gathered my wits around me and decided, let me look at what this gentleman is saying.
What was it that upset you about it?
His claim that my firm and our clients received approximately $1 million equivalent in Ghana cedis from the said judgment debt. That upsets me because it's complete falsehood. And he himself has attached the documentation that show that it is false.
And which documents are?
There is a case, a writ attached to this, Ray Smith versus Alfred Agbesi-Woyomi. And when you see or read the content of that writ, you realize that Alfred Agbesi-Woyomi, in or about 2008, gave or took a debt from Ray Smith in the sum of about 982,929 United States dollars. 2011, he hadn't repaid that debt, and so Ray Smith instructed my firm, and indeed it's my partner Tony Letha, my former partner Tony Letha, who represented them. He sued Alfred Agbesi-Woyomi for recovery of this money on behalf of Ray Smith. And again, Mr. Alfred Agbesi-Woyomi attaches the checks that were issued to Ray and Ingeborg Smith in the sum of, and you see the checks are attached. And so the payment that was made by Alfred Woyomi to Ray and Ingeborg Smith was in respect of a debt he owed Ray Smith, and for which we initiated action on his behalf. That is Ray Smith's behalf.
Essentially, he's saying that you're trying to prosecute him for fraudulently taking money which you or your firm benefited from.
My firm never benefited from any money, any part of that 51 million that he fraudulently.
How's that so? He's claiming.
I mean, where's the evidence? There is absolutely no evidence. In the first place, we've never worked for Alfred Agbesi-Woyomi. Never. My firm has never worked for him. In the 4 cases that are before or were before the court, I think 2 are still pending from what I understand. I'm
not sure he's claiming that, though, that your firm worked for him.
No, but so how would we have benefited from that money if we didn't work for him.
Essentially,
Because there have been two stories since last week. First, they said we represented Alfred Agbesi Woyomi. And then, of course, Mr. Letha went on one of the radio stations and said, no, that is not correct. We've always been on the other side. If he is plaintiff, we represent the defendant. If we represent the plaintiff, he is defendant. And so we've always been, that's my firm, and represented by Mr. Tony Letha, because he has personally handled these cases. I never personally handled anything involving Alfred Agbesi Woyomi, but it was my firm at the time. We were always on the other side. As far as I know, and as far as the documents he has provided, the truth is that he owed Ray Smith. We sued him, and he paid him a debt he owed.
what's your response to his suggestions or his call or his demand that you resign?
I mean, that's quite funny that he should say that. For what reason should I resign? There's no conflict. I'm doing my work as Attorney General. There's been a judgment. The people of Ghana, as you can see, are very unhappy with the decision of the court. We filed an appeal. I'm pursuing it. What is there to call on me to resign for? There's nothing. There's absolutely nothing.
Okay, so yasa about 1760 your text message line. If I bring in Jibril and King Camera working in Japan, what full you know Attorney General Wakasa.
Maximum business say and you be a Austro Invest Samai. Samai. Good. Austro Invest was represented by Alfred Agbesi Woyomi. That is the crack of the matter for the whole here Kenya. Austro Invest here free Belgium was a him buy right. Any Woyomi, I will lead. What do you say? Inti just inti sa uko now representing Austro Invest. And when a Woyomi namso, and you 51 million. So if you represented this company, just like Matiamidu is saying, let's say you TS Karma Omwa. Now no mimi $11 million say to me loyalty in India or fee. So my argument is that so long as 51 million no yedi ama Oslo invest ni Woyomi ama yetua law firm ka maybe you have also benefited from it. Now honorable mama
for the records Jawokano, I'm just hearing that on Joy FM the AG agreed to say ampa but I got to a point in time that relationship was terminated. Because now I feel the MC you only have get it on record. Say that relationship.
Yeah, I'm getting it on record. Say, Omu Naji Sikarman, Onipa or terminating in the lawyer Kwame Tete. When you realize that at the end of documents now, especially with the Waterville case, documents now Woyomi and the Kojis can be fraudulent. He step aside, and Mami and it on a little firm, they took over. That's how he got the money.
No.
Oh, my brother. You see, Tio, don't let us politicize this.
No.
And even Martinamidu, former Attorney General, has even commented on this. The same argument. And I'm in here. Sir,
opinion cannot be taken.
Okay,
me buy now unkasa. Me make me point out say. Niami can say, we have a lawyer who represent him. Edna Sikano Abba, Matthew Diamo, who says, who was agreed to send on the court. Look, me case in one ye kodi and one, a bind 3 years Sikano. Oh, mammy, uncle, so no a January, you could report me in Americano. Still, junior lawyer and a coin. But
senior lawyer,
the Bagis can company, company. What you say? Enti Saudi lawyer for Frokura Kojino, now Jisicano in the name of the company. Still, what benefit? So what we are saying, just like Matiamidu is saying, is that it will be very difficult for the woman to collect the money because one kasa, what benefit? Whether it's your charge, would you have guy need the crowd the Abantunche? The woman admitted said they work for Austro Invest. and also invest was represented by Woyomi.
At a point in time, when we terminated that relationship, or money Woyomi, there was nothing existing. So they could have gone on, and they said there's no problem.
No. But me say, Woyomi should
was represented them in this country, but at that point in time, that relationship between them was cut off.
And I'm sure sign or Sako Yusu here, and no, look, me say another document also invest in Woyomi, a cry, a court fight. That I have it. Put your say. And no, Woyomi as crook as he is. A Yusu ya, and my lawyers in Kojiska. But so pair. Mammy Mau is a create, loot, and share. Honorable, and get it straight. With what they did, most of the judgment debt, they gave it to a court. I will not to review. Or review here. No, they are court. So, oh, yes, wait, or do judgment debt. Now, but Modi Drusu. And so, I pursue. What I say, and you're fair to the nation. And you don't let us politicize the issue. Because even Supreme Court has made a decision. Say, at the end of the year, and try ye. And yet, you defended the and now, let me take opportunity to explain everything. And we are open. Second topic is good. Hold on. When you see and say, Emra Woyomi Aye Delali Emmanuel. President Mills. Obi Fra no catch and say, Woyomi Sikase no diaba. Why are you going to pay? And a President Mills kase momuntia. Emra governor ni two kwan. Wampa, who was the deputy governor, paid the first A2. Emra President Mills akase momuntia. 2. The second payment, governor ni two kwan na Wampa otiesika. Why? Enti na President Mills, and you're surprised. He was not even aware. Enti a whole scheme. Dufo battled with Betty Modi Drusu. Me, say true na media yamini, many at emred me lash Dufo. Ena okachi adakabre, many adakabre ne ko. Or say me boa adakabre mon friend. Or say the first time I citing a document no. Ma maybe enyumre no apona obi or finance say minister ya the document we about a fraudulent we ba men sign to oba o twem na one sign o say within 1 hour o ka say one sign na wo yomi aba finance wo oba be di na tempoto ena onu akasa documents mimi wo copies and bisa question say na den na Betimodi Drusu e ka che o say tuya sika no me say argument back and forth. I was tempted to say do for one, but I realized a payment in one casano went to do for us bank. On benefit, maybe say yes. Unibank and South 51 union a coin. Well, honorable, me no tea. I'm not saying say 7 we crazy. No, but we are on for what you say, and I mean so dear. Side we cry, I'm multi. And I know, say, who, if you answer, Woyomi, ever catch your account. But these people, they did it.
But Nipa no account to Unibank, that's all the far. Nipa no account to Unibank. It was the far.
No, the account to Unibank.
How do you know that?
How can you prove?
Make me approve. Say, no, the account, Unibank.
Now, what you mean, account?
Yes. Agreement to buy and we could be account. Oh. Say, I say, or this man do for that, I don't know. But Betty Modi Drusu and the friend Nekwe say, what you pursue or done and a papa say no. And the Betty Modi Drusu co friend Nekwe near a Jim account, only 400,000. What you sending 400,000? I got two. I have complete scam. Mummy say, what you say, Otia, Omo party headquarters. Sikasa na wo you be contributing, and where is that money for? So when Supreme Court is telling you say create, loot and share, and you complete a president when they are exonerating because that time no more sideline complete. No a vice president a sideline complete. Well, who you course? But I'm telling you, sir. And paying for the tenancy, you the document no come no review or to your way, no more the court, no. That is why Supreme Court made that statement say create, loot, and share.
All right, ever see answer. If
issues na wo say ya no enye about the history of ansama ye kan
my background
no issue ni say ayi wo yo me atwa asamato attorney general so say or benefited from 51 million judgment that they directly and you know on step aside this is the issue and what him amena say ayampa say na oyombe e de Austria ayifonika
Austro invest
gag
back on Smith
for no what the neka akwaje sika afini ho I was say wo tue sika no on tue sika no ema no ana as a law firm no omo approach omo say omo fa boy me court no omo nje omo sika no ana omo so e court to the necessary court process no what you say ana omo judgment so say obetue sika na other say free judgment date mu say free when you the source of fund na what about you omo kan no e mo sem onu execute ne services as a professional lawyer
and a client here
that is it and say wako bank bi akwaji bank bosia what the photo na bank no do wako court through a lawyer na say obetua say wo dan na obeton atua afa bank refa na wo ben say wo kan na obeton atua afa na wo ben what you say and to say wo kan say o benefit directly no that is strange because so be benefit here charge services providers now or their ma the clients no and the clients be tua nka but it's not if say o kwa $51,000 judgment debt no and I would say mu how say attorney general wo de ni je sanka distribution na wo ye no so man na kwe na yere treasury account say $400,000 ko tu mu no eno bi na wo treasury attorney general account ne na who sanka judgment debt mu no o command be 1 million and 2 million. That is why you can argue say or benefited directly.
But one kasa wo hwe na wutie na okin kan no ususu se nyoma akọ through abesi ene ya ebu atan wie no wo yo mi se ama ho ato say ade na say na SCC kom.
Yes say democracy. Democracy is rule of law and e adwuma man no. Na aye moanwa. Amra I say former foreign affairs minister
rice is the
na agric minister wo ho trade and industry minister wo man kokra mo no kokra mo no ya de court na court ni jana no and before you should statement say rule of law at play rule of law at work Ghana bibia kama as ma what in case here airport issue no am this charge no and before bo mu say ma court say court for na ya I don't know where there you lose confidence in the court system. And that is one time I know.
It's because of Judge Nassau Kai.
Judge Nassau Kai. Oh, I don't know Mama Fare appeal. Oh, as to what I say, appeal will be successful
or not.
No. It is not up to us here. We can comment on it. But the issues and the facts made available to judges now, but at the appeal court, no. I don't be determined.
But
watching
the AG, listening to the AG, you can feel that Onokrea who said no, I didn't know idea more judgment about to say no.
Yeah, because by our system no. You see, so I listen to emotion. Already some fundamental issues be, and I agree with him. Say, Oko appeal. And you have we introduce new issues and new facts. We're only going to look at say that do not add at law. Say we have maybe one fanya juma and I say constitutionally no overlay and judgment. But the facts and the issues contained in the and I never don't go find as from and as for move can say no. Sa be pe no mbeba. Anything I have na kwakwa say we mumra. Information now, facts now, High Court no. Adjudicating on it no. And one out of court. Now the Supreme Court is only going to look at what I said judge no add and law. Say maybe in determining the facts, no, one consider and a constitutional provision be over. Judge, no, then every year. I don't think I'm a man for a say. Appeal court, no, and you're successful. What I say, but my concern is say we can say my men have benefited from 51 judgment debt. That I am wrong. I am wrong because my men as a lawyer own a company, obi do obika, and I go in the company say, "Kodim sikar mame." Meka na say yes, court need to say yentu iskanama wampa. That's not my concern. And they say even though it can happen, say I want to make scan through judgment is scan but that was not their concern.
All right, no problem.
What you say?
Martin Amidu Akasa, His Excellency the former President Rollins is Akasa. Every also the take on that. By better and come on.
As Attorney General's office, women who collaborate as this and our chairman, I'm not many. Tell our victim now sentence, man. We are fighting corruption. We're not serious. We're not serious. Meanwhile, I'm a family joke. I have work positions here, party here. We know how Chumo party here, back more. Maybe 40% Asia, 60% air voting. To protect themselves. You want one vote, you want another yano. Bulu Jiwa. That's right. Are we so stupid? As the support base, the electoral college, one another yano. Ni chabo nuhe, ona no confeto mo ona. Ni ya onu. Mine ko ye mayu eko.
We are back. Various comments on this. What about him? Wrap up now for you.
I'm saying, and someone Obia Canadian. These are various opinions on the matter. Okay. I'm saying, before that's say, or say, you just trying to divert attention, and you're fair. And former Deputy Attorney General, and also I'm making the same, and Dr. Opoku, lecturer at the law school, also I prefer an opinion on it. And see, you can be an opinion. I am your Matame Duakano, and the law. You're not going to channel.
No, he's using the law.
No.
But it's an opinion.
Yes, opinion. I don't know. I know about canon law. What I say, and you'll be a can, you may make Madonna Mitchell. You can't tell you can history. And they're written and unwritten history of Ganyanano. And again, I don't the day. Near Jetum or Ghana. Our last resort, court. And a bed determined. All right. But it's strange to me, say. That people need being some local court. That's a court to need January. You know, some court. No. Now, I simply find this in who your court. Now, the January, the other side is a
You see, you are making a wrong statement here. Nobody has a problem with judge, you know, as a local judge, you know, or say prosecutors are no more. As some year can see, William, press conference. A year or the other, and you can wait. So how are you now coming with these MPP for the say anyway?
Your chief state attorney. What is
judge now? So challenge the judge. Don't challenge the MPP.
That's not me say. Or no one away be your chief state attorney.
Okay. Mama, can some of the text messages are quickly now for you. I love your show. Ken, you mean Woyomi is now free? As I say, don't go. Hey, Afe, this one says that Omayene, which means that he will not refund the money. Mother Ghana by Raman Goso. No, the way about it has taken too long a time for multimedia to fix the technical problem. Some of us don't know what to do. We need our money from Woyomi, which could have put up about 106-unit classroom block with office and store from Osei Afo Bebiani. I support those who are claiming that the voter register is cleaned. Some registration was done secretly. It happened in Amenfi East. And good morning, sir. The MTTU men at Tuflupo voter region is asking foreign commercial drivers to obtain commercial licenses in Ghana. Please educate us. From Anthony Mensah and Odiwe. And another one, please, Honorable Kennedy Japan is my mentor and speak the truth. God bless him what he has been doing from Osam Uokumase. And so I'm not sure that this huge amount of money will be paid by Woyomi. Akam Simon from Chifu Mintaso and Odiwe about 1760 L text message line for Brain and Jibre. And now that Coca-Cola, now that banks be 17 and they the ICU for Ediabejimiche. Industrial and Commercial Workers Union, Obakaza, Bibia, the Honorable Kennedy Japan, from the business angle of his life, his fear, and he say, Nipei, AD, any Numa say, Ebekosu more, Sianswano, and Tema. Honorable Kennedy Japan, this is it.
Camera, sir, me ba no me catch you say, me fear, any near minister Nwaka, power minister, I can say, by December. President so by or can say by December. Me fear me say, I know they are working at it, but say December pan na companies are egu anan kofo omalusu adwuma no na enye easy. And we we are or see ICU nkwano between January and March enipa 500 and elusu job. Coca-Cola 250. Guinness Kumasi no more 627 workers. Say I cut 300. And ICU is predicting between 2,000, 3,000 people. Workers won't lose their job. So 3,000 they have families to feed. And that is my concern. Say, and yet easy. What is going on? But I am a machine. Because Menuka say, Oman FM, generator ke CS artist mudi esi 500 kVA and also krano aside for 1 week in part kitwa bi yenya bi efe no so mo nya bi enra omo ye program small generator and omo the power studio no nko na heat pa na ewo ho enya asem kitwa the businesses are collapsing. I don't know what NDC government can do immediately to solve this problem because like I say yem call up to December, honorable, and yeah easy. Problems are basic companies, money workers, and yes, I'm not doing it. We should prioritize. You see, Mimfa, Dr. Namidi, and come, health, are all kind. So here's the car, Jima, in your man, Omodi, anyway, as a nation, we have to prioritize. Say, first thing, scale of preference. Where you important, where did you so? What you say? But you took a way to win election. Vote in Tinua. Yentimi ya one concrete year. Ebetimi a solve problem. Look, we should be able to get emergency power immediately to solve the problems. What you say? Because media, Nukreni, 1983 a buy, 98 a buy. 2006, 2007, Abba. Why are me, a president, and say he had opportunity to experience all these problems. And who say, a idea, a here for Ghana industries and Ghana in general. And in 2008, they campaigned with the boss, that then President Mills, presidential candidate, said, Doomso will be thing of the past. Because on you experience of 2007, 2006, 2007, then 6 years to your 7th year down the line, I will fix it. Abraham Kachi said, a thing of the past. A thing of the past that you could have started from 2009. How many times? Okahu, and what year the Nimbo Sam, Okahu, Maybe electricity bills. Only minister. Maybe electricity bills. A core parliament. When you was only do now. And then bring evidence. First day is out over here. Bring evidence. The second time, and I'm going for electricity bill. They all felt I was joking. Well, and then on the Abba, I know, sir, apart from baby or as a deputy minister, of Ryoko baby our problem. okon constituency or problem or no any fear our team or problem enti aye general thing na near ICU aircam honorable monkoye ho adwumayi you can put on hold certain projects at MNA and I'll be honest with you I'm not downgrading your ministry open first things first pa mo betimi a suspend the housing and this can a cushion energy to get the power. Yeah, short term na make minka, long term say munyai housing. Let us look at other sectors affecting nipa so be losing adwuma be yi no. Ni emphasize resources ni
energy.
Enko energy. Enya bibia ebetimi a cushion industries because they are another.
Energy ni queen.
Yeah.
Hospitals need it too.
I'm say energy assembly. Amampani Mahama Nkasa admit say as a country no we have failed to make provisions towards this particular problem over the years. Now I bet talk no so you obey any obetimi bia ama ya resolve problems no. Amampani Mahama so I recognize the fact say we no at the problems be brave abre ankurankura dwuma and we nim say ya nya hu bibia e be lead into unemployment e be increase unemployment because companies no several factors several inputs and echo into other some more higher and some more higher because overhead expenses no e cost lower what it means is that you have to cut down or number of year and part do a form. So clearly, no, we know a common knowledge to everybody. We don't need you to tell us, say, by the way, energy problem no kono yang savoir a very dear into sub problem. Ubi and energy no, it's all. In fact, it cuts across every corner of
it's like though.
But on Yanai, Yamao say by April, no, NASA emergency power budgets now. Yeah, 450 megawatt from Turkey. No, say a bar. A very disu, you know, a buy minimum. Say a buy a share how to support the industry
platform
and a commercial
ready. Are we sure this bad issues are mama so
look, start doubting Thomas is no. Yamon Paya say, near Bayakano. Then Yamon Pioneer Chile. Say, a baby start time. Na aba na beboye what you say untimi ntra ha emremu aba we say aban no na because aban na mon humodinti and I was a problem.
Yes, because honorable Haruna Ndusi ko jina parliament irresponsible on the MPP government fund.
You cannot
Mr. Speaker, Manchi is not good.
Me na mo for job man come
Enti 2007
Okasa. The NDC
has my point is that
the NDC has no excuse.
And yes, because MPP cannot blame NDC. Omo better akunya so and omo de niam papa bu akwamu anka ye ni start bia we mu.
Enioma ye
what you say? Omo better akunya so na se mfie nsia. First years. Not until say crisis in buy no. Omo ye hute. Even though they met proposal a year na ya to feasibility say ya build down. Omo na start ya. Omo 70 2008 and President Kufuor can for say. What I say?
Enyume say.
Until we agree. We agree say there was problem. There was problem. And until state of the nation address a president man or catalog a lot of interventions are about person oh yeah can name say so many energy problem no and ya 1 day and ya 2 days and ya 3 days and ya 1 month he knows it except say I'm best of kind of what you say can be kind of crop sorry man come
on parliament I'll do this.
Energy situation, we can't take 1 month, 2 months to solve it. You know it.
But you have no excuse because 2008 campaign that we hear said it will be thing of the past, which means you have no vision. So you have no vision. So you wanted to deceive Ghanaians to get power. Nothing.
Now, MPP, your record in energy generation, MPP, energy generation, zero. What is it? What do you have to pay? Nothing. Nothing. What do you have to pay? Cocoa board. Cocoa board. MPP records on energy generation.
Okay.
All
right.
But mama. Adjetum. Energy crisis. Oh, John McKenzie. Let me conclude. I'm paying mama adjetum. Onim say Ghana for comfortable with the situation. Now, Obama who won't be a problem. Now, what's the idea, including Ken? Obama no cry and can't Ghana. Some problem we know. Timun Savon, I hope message be a solve.
All right.
And the young umpire ma by no. Now she said, now what did you know? Not into Mlasso.
Okay.
Now I said,
no, I feel that on away. I feel old tata.
You see, now, Mayobi,
oh, Mama Ghana. It's very sad. You are real. God bless you from my please, if I remember to the show often, I always like his confidence. NDC is taking the country back. Grace, other day we have. I'm pleased to Japan. We pray for him. Inshallah, no weapon form against him. And then the voice let me. Okay, this one. Allah, may Allah bless you and guide you. So let me know second then. But you try how many back by bar. We are wrapping up. Now, if you 2012440277. 4658 okay, so yeah, pay more answer. You're from Momo. You pay more answer. You're not talking about anything again. Your last comments.
My last comment is what you mean, Sana Ghana for Yama court systems. And yet a drama. Now, any idea to say, a rule of law. I a drama. Matiamedu. No becano. A year on one casa near Nadune, a children say onka. Near Kena Japan becano. Near Nadune, a children say onka, and no beca. Near Mecano, near Margin children say Mencano, and a meca. I don't the day is the judges. Or more administrator Malano, and on Betcher say, way a year or and say way a two.
Okay.
Enti na Minister of Attorney General also actually said 51 million judgment debt now. We you make say or no a benefit no. And yet direct say if you can man no only be command say e be ajiweji. Na mom na ordinary kanantika. E na omo afare against say we you me ntua no. E na court of share say we you me ntua no. E na omo tua Escano so etua no. Ya mpia ama Attorney General kwa ne company ni kura. What is there any company kwa etua escano ma no. Etua ma the count no.
Okay.
Nti wo hwe escano check na mo yisu na. The count no. Di mu na mo tua escano.
Okay.
So it can be true.
Right.
Say my meno directly benefited from 51 send amount for a person ye hu.
Okay, Japan. The main pen say Bibi Adom me ehu ade den nipa so sa how suppose for asafa. You see out here say cocoa bon I pacha.
Another one your customs. Customs for backdoor over Fanipa 300.
Customs.
Please.
No.
Please. next week see how we are. I brought you me down.
True.
2 months ago. 2 months ago.
That is what I'm saying, sir. That is what I'm saying, sir. Because I did. David.
2 months ago, I'm advertising. I was there. Some year recruitment. I'm true. I'm advertising graphic in the times. Just check it. I'm making announcement to the general public. Say they are doing recruitment.
Okay. Do you understand about the number of people who fired?
About a month ago,
the number of people who fired.
In fact, last week Wednesday, Thursday, I am known to the public.
Okay.
Okay. Then anybody call and says, I am back door. I am back door. I am back door. I'm publishing. I will paper. I'm publishing. I'm informing Ghanaians.
But that's for this information.
Last week Thursday.
Messi.
I feel the sasa.
Messi.
I never.
Messi, Alpha Bagdo 300. Cocoa board. Messi, Omuche fertilizers no ma NDC for. And Oma ton wa ha. I am telling you. Messi, one warehouse. And your opinion. And you open 4 years. Almost a warehouse $120 million. What the estate you?
That is not what's it? What's the estate you? Free me say through.
Mr. Coco board. Mr. Document to say thesis.
Last year. Look, last year.
Between 2009 2012.
Last year.
This one me pay a truck and you open it. I will not
last year
say opening
Petraza some of
no bisa who say committee 3 Cocoa board for warehouse is you can see a cost to say. And I'll come any part benefit or there be a bank. What are some day? Messi wo you me dey kit wa kra. Okay.
Last year, and I buy say, about the fertilizer free. I'm a cocoa for. Yes, about 120,000 baht. Alcohol for any special for political affiliation. And I tell more.
But next week, Messi copies. Now what we did.
And your back door recruitment.
Cocoa board. I swear to God.
What
warehouse? I'm told $120 million. Okay. What do you have to stay tuned?
Dr. Crunchy of Ukrum.
What do you have to stay tuned?
Fertilizer, okay. Mr. Last year.
At the board chairman of Kawana.
Messi, that's all we have board chairman who honor who's here. With that board chairman, Dr.
Crunchy, no, former board chairman.
Who dear?
Messi, Messi can $120 million. Yes, it's channel. I am true. Yeah, the crop areas.
Once I send the able to the first year.
Gaboso. Yeah, my 120,000 baht.
Then you are working, your board members. Oh, Cocoa board.
I am true. Board member. He has never been a board member.
Okay.
Okay, I am correct. What has never been a member of Cocoa board. 2009 to date. Yeah, what is that? And the member
say. But the documents
document away. What document in my yard? What draw it because say what is that?
Who are you to tell me that we draw? Who are you to tell me
that? No, it is only fair. It is only fair. But it is only fair. No. The other he can. You cannot.
Say NDC for fertilizers. Omo the ma omo ko for ton. Na the issue omo bufu France contribution the party contest there 2000.
Lie, total lie, big lie.
Okay. I received this document as far back as July.
What can you say? 2014. Okay. You are all of maybe why you buy radio station. Why you not buy? No one. I want to tell General Parliament. Let me tell you, you are not here to serve your party, but to serve Ghana. And that's what I'm doing. Get it straight. That's what I'm doing. So, assemble. Go and find out. And it touches on people's credibility. What's say about it? I am board member. He has never been a member of Ghana Cocoa since 2008. To date. What's our benefit? A board member. What's our benefit? A board member. Board member. Why the now me the fertilizer. Me work cocoa for me am Tom fertilizer. I don't need you. What me? Ah, no fertilizer now. Me fertilizer. For what? Me just say. What make me a cocoa. Maybe I have to fertilizer. Why will NDC for you benefit from it? Me. You have benefit now because I fertilizer crocodile. Maybe the question. Maybe chop cocoa from what? What could you have a problem? Now me cocoa. Me near that year do cocoa. Into who cocoa? Me the other. Asking for soup, one find out how many tons of fertilizer and the gold. See the buyer for chairman DC for. What buy it because make a cocoa. Okay. Let me fertilizer. Fertilizer one bag. Me o cocoa me to me got on. The amount one bag depending on the farm, not the amount. Me. Let's sue up for. Well, a true other way. Me need cocoa farm. What do you want? Me need cocoa farm. What do you can say with me? Me catch us cocoa farm. One was true now. One was true. Okay, all right. Now what you said? Now what you said? Was it cocoa ball? Good. Okay. All right. Now what you said? Okay. What's it about papers? About papers. Okay. Open to the general public. Okay. No problem. And any person are fine. Any person are fine back door. Any person are fine. Any person are fine back door. So many person try to defend it. Okay. All right. Well, Yami Adman, now you said yes.